Most dangerous and mysterious forests in the world.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Titanic. I'm your host, Alexa. Forests are notoriously spooky. I mean, we've all seen the Blair Witch Project, right? If you're new here, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so that you never miss an upload. Before we get into it, the first forest that we're going to mention in today's video inspired a famous fairy tale. Can you guess which one? Watch till the end to see if you're right.
Black Forest, Germany. In the name itself, the Black Forest conjures up mystery and fear, and you wouldn't be wrong. The Black Forest in Germany is the center of folklore and legends in the area. The fables range from the ghosts of two monks to shape-shifting sorcerers and witches. Then there's the marksmen who had the help of the devil to make sure their bullets never missed a target in the forest, to werewolves terrorizing the quaint villages of the area, and countless more horror stories and fairy tales inspired by the forest, popular with brave hikers. Epping Forest, Essex, England. One of the most overgrown forests in the world is Epping Forest. Its overgrown look is due to the Epping Forest Act of 1878, which prohibits the trees from being cut. The density and massive size make it a great hideout for criminals. The forest has a reputation for ghost sightings and paranormal activity. On Hangman's Hill, if you park in neutral, your car will slowly move uphill. Try it, if you dare. Aokigahara, Japan. The dense forest is at the northwest base of Mount Fuji, known as the Sea of Trees. It's an eerie and ominous place that has all kinds of creepy happenings. Strangely, compasses do not work here. Some feel that can be scientifically explained. Large underground iron deposits interfere with the magnet, but others aren't so convinced. Freetown Fall River State Forest, Massachusetts. The Freetown State Forest has reports of UFO sightings, mysterious creatures seen looming in the shrubbery, cults, and Sasquatches, to name a few. It's not exactly the kind of place you want to go for an overnight camping trip.
The general belief is that greedy chiefs sold the land without consulting the tribe. So, the tribe cursed the land and the forest, which explains the weird happenings here.
Palermo, Belgium. The mysterious carpet of flowers in the Blue Forest is a must-see around mid-April each year. The giant sequoia trees tower over a carpet of bluebells that look like a fairy tale forest scene. It truly is a spectacle that almost seems supernatural. Sagano Bamboo Forest, Japan. Sagano Bamboo Forest is one of the most surreal bamboo forests in the world, with giant bamboo towering stories high above your head. But the beauty of the forest hides some dark and dangerous creatures lurking in the giant grass. It is home to a range of deadly insects and animals capable of costing a human their life within minutes. Elfin Forest, California. Elfin Forest is crawling with tales of haunted spirits, goblins, and myths that'll give you goosebumps. The trouble with Elfin Forest began in the early 19th century when a group of gypsies that had settled in the Elfin Forest were chased out by nearby townsfolk who used violence against them if they resisted. The gypsies took revenge against this terrible treatment and cursed the forest and the land surrounding it. Many people visiting the forest have seen apparitions, including a floating woman dressed in white. Wychwood Forest, England. The Wychwood Forest used to be a royal hunting ground in Oxfordshire, and being a hunting ground, it was witness to many brutal things. But what makes it more unnerving is the mysterious happenings that still occur today. Visitors have reported feeling a hand touching their shoulder, even when they're walking alone, and seeing a horse-drawn cart carrying two sobbing children and their parents. The creepiest of all is the sighting of Amy Robsart, who died under mysterious circumstances with a broken neck. Jog Falls Environ Forest, India. Jog Falls is a huge series of waterfalls cascading out of the Environ Forest in India, but this beautiful place has a dark secret. Although the falls and forest seem like they would be a big draw card for naturalists in search of unexplored territory, access is restricted to the area. It's believed that anyone who enters the forest unofficially meets a grim end. There are rumors of hidden caves around the waterfall, and danger signboards warn trespassers of the dangers lurking in the area. Crooked Forest, Poland. This mystery has plagued the locals of Poland for nearly a century. Outside Noye Czarnowo in Poland, you will find the Crooked Forest, a forest of 400 pine trees planted in the 1930s. What makes it unexplainable, though, is that every tree has a mysterious curve to them just near the start of the trunk. It's a strange phenomenon that remains a mystery to this day. Devil's Tramping Ground, North Carolina, USA. There is an ominous place deep in the North Carolina woods where nothing will grow and animals fear to tread. The large clearing is a circle of black earth that animals refuse to cross, and locals believe is where the devil comes to dance every night. The circle has a reputation for paranormal activity, and if anyone leaves any belongings in the circle, they are found tossed to the side the next morning. Locals have also spotted glowing red eyes at night. Ever wanted to dance with the devil? Doll Island, Mexico. This is the stuff of nightmares, and not a story you'll soon forget. 50 years ago, the body of a young girl was found by Don Julian Santana, the only inhabitant of this island. Later, he found a doll floating in the exact same location and hung it in a tree as a tribute to the girl. He hung many more dolls over the years. In 2001, Don Julian passed. Many believe the dolls are evil and are possessed, having witnessed their heads moving, eyes blinking, and even hearing whispers. Daring Wood, Britain. Daring Wood has a history of tragedy behind it and is thought to be Britain's most haunted and creepy wood. It is also known as the Screaming Forest, as many have reported hearing unusual and blood-curdling noises at night. Even by day, there's been proof of ghostly activity and mysterious footprints and weird, unexplainable activities in the woods. Many visitors have felt a black, foggy soul following them all the way through the forest. Stanton Moor, England. Near the village of Birchover is the beautiful forest of Stanton Moor. It's a beautiful landscape steeped in mystery around a series of 4 Bronze Age circles.
The circles are reminiscent of Stonehenge's layout, and similarly, no one knows what it was used for, but it's thought that they were used in some kind of worship ritual.
Pine Barrens, New Jersey, USA. The Pine Barren Forest spans over 1 million acres across New Jersey state in the USA. The thick forested area was a thriving hub during the colonial era, complete with industries like sawmills and paper mills. When coal was discovered in Pennsylvania, the area cleared out and left ghost towns behind and a few supernatural wanderers, it seems. One of the legends is the Jersey Devil, a creature born to Deborah Leeds in 1737. It was her 13th child, born with leathery wings, hooves, and a goat's head. The mysterious creature flew up their chimney and escaped to the Barrens, where it has been responsible for killing livestock ever since. Amazon Rainforest, Brazil. The Amazon forest still contains a vast amount of uncharted territory, with plenty of mystery around what lurks in the deep, dense heart of the forest. Many have been lost with no explanation while exploring its depths. Scientists expect there are still plenty of unreached tribes that have never experienced the developed world, as well as entire textbooks of species to still be discovered. In short, the Amazon forest contains mysteries we don't even know we don't know. Otzerreta Forest, Spain. Otzerreta Forest is a beautiful part of Gorbea Natural Park in the Basque Country in Spain. Its ancient trees are often clouded in fog, which gives this forest a mystical and creepy nature. The trees branch out from low down the trunk in a crazy shape, making them unique, but also rather unnerving as they look like open palms of hands. Randolph Forest, Maine, USA. Randolph Forest is the smallest town in the state of Maine, and it's no wonder its residents are dwindling. The town has a dark reputation for being haunted, and the scenery of abandoned cars and disregarded railroad tracks lend to the spookiness. The area is fraught with reports of strange ambient noises, flashes of lights, and the appearance of orbs in the night sky. Sambisa Forest, Nigeria. For decades, this has been a much-feared forest due to ongoing guerrilla warfare. Militant groups have taken the forest as their hideout, and it's displaced a lot of wildlife and local people in the area. It's an impenetrable forest with many vantage points, making it difficult for outsiders to defend themselves and take back the forest for peace. Frithwood, England. During the Napoleonic Wars, Greenlaw House near Frithwood was converted into a barracks for French prisoners that were captured in the war. A young English woman fell in love with one of those prisoners, which was such an offense to her family that the prisoner was killed by her brother. Shortly after that, the young woman died as well. Many have seen her spirit appear as a ghost in the forest. She sobs at the sight of her lover's death or runs frantically through the forest. The Red Forest, Ukraine. The Red Forest was also known as the Wormwood Forest that surrounds the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, made famous by the accident in 1986. The accident left the entire area completely contaminated and uninhabitable. The pine trees of the forest turned ginger brown and died soon after. The forest is one of the most contaminated places in the world, and a visit to it would surely have dire health consequences. Old House Woods, USA. Near Chesapeake Bay is the port town of Matthews, which was a bustling port of call during the 18th century for British soldiers and pirates. Legend has it that the pirates buried chests of treasure in the soft ground in the area. It seems their spirits are now on the hunt to recover that treasure, as it's common to see their ghosts and those of the British soldiers.
Sometime in the 19th century, a fisherman reportedly saw a ghost ship sailing across nearby White's Creek and into the forest. All right, those are a ton of spooky forests so far. We still have one more to go. But before we get there, I think that I owe you guys an answer. The Black Forest inspired Hansel and Gretel. Did you get it right? Let me know in the comments below.
1. Hoia Baciu Forest, Romania. This is considered one of the most haunted places on Earth, with people believing it's a portal to other dimensions. It's common for visitors to the forest to experience nausea, anxiety, and headaches, and most feel an unnerving presence of spirits. Even the vegetation of the area is affected by the strange spiritual frequencies. The trees have grown in warped patterns, and a large circle in the middle of the forest is completely clear, and nothing will grow there at all.